Hey guys, another edition of the Woe Sports Rant. I'm here with Jaron, and we're ready to talk some football. We haven't talked about any of the NFL playoffs, so we're going to do that and also give you guys our predictions for the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and talk about the wild card. So there were some blowouts and also some good games that week. Bengals, I'm glad won, and we're going to go into how they have just won throughout the playoffs, and now it's in the Super Bowl. But hats off to them. Bills taking down the Patriots. Yes, stick it to Belichick. Bucks killed the Eagles. That's not a thing. I knew Cowboys were going to lose. I'm sorry for all you Cowboy fans, and I'm about to trash on the Packers as well because they lost their first game in the playoffs too after their bye. But to the 49ers too. That kind of resurrects Troy Aikman, Steve Young. That rivalry, and the 49ers stuck it to you guys. But hey, maybe next year, right? Jerry Jones. My antidote, Jerry Jones out of the locker room, right? He's got to do that.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
It's never going to happen, and that's why they're never going to get past the first game of the playoffs. Chiefs killed the Steelers. Great career, Ben Roethlisberger, but time to move on, and we'll see what happens with the Steelers next year. It's good that the Steelers ain't even got into the playoffs. So there it is. And then Rams taking down the Cardinals. Actually, I was surprised at that. I thought I thought the Cardinals were going to win that one, and it was a blowout.
I'm kind of a homer on that one because we've got family in Cali, so
So is that a foreshadowing?
That is a foreshadowing.
Oh man. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be butting heads. So next week, Bengals taking down the Titans. I was totally floored by that. I thought the Titans were like the next Super Bowl champ, and they were out in the first round. And Packers as well to the 49ers. And don't worry, all you anti-49ers, I've got some criticism for them later on in this rant. Rams taking down the Bucks. Hey, Tom Brady, you went out with you made the playoffs. You won the Super Bowl last year, and it was a close game, only 3 points. It would have been nice for you to win another one, but that's not what happened. But you had a great established career, esteemed career.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs, the Chiefs and the Bills game was actually really close, overtime. This is one of the close ones, and I liked it. It did come down to whoever won the coin toss, and the Chiefs won the coin toss.
Well, and that resurrected a whole slew of people critiquing the overtime rules and everything else. You saw it on social media, you saw it on the sports programs. Everybody wants to rewrite the rules on how overtime works in the NFL. So that was interesting.
It reminds everybody of when the Patriots beat the Chiefs in overtime because they won the coin toss. However, Chiefs won the coin toss versus the Bengals, and they didn't win.
They didn't.
And it's because Mahomes, everyone's boy, and I like him too, but he threw an interception in overtime. So that's on him.
Totally.
You can't do that in overtime. So what else do we got here? My phone's dying.
Is Brady gonna stay retired?
Oh yeah, he's not coming back. No, he's in Florida now. He's gonna enjoy, and he should. He should not. Don't pull a Jordan. Don't try and do the boat. What all these people that come back. But yeah, that was a fun week. So conference champ games last week. Bengals over the Chiefs in OT. Really proud of Burrows and all those Bengals, and I am going for them in the Super Bowl. And I'm not just going for them. I think they're going to win. So that's foreshadowing right there. Mahomes, you're good. You'll get a couple more rings, so don't worry about that. But you can't throw picks in the playoffs in overtime. And then the Rams. Okay, here. LA people, and I lived in LA for 7 years. You are lucky that you won because 49ers dropped that interception, which was basically a 3 flies up ball. Nobody was around him. Not an outstretched hand or anything. It was right in your hands, and you dropped it, and that was the game right there. So
I agree with that, but it is what it is. In-state rivalry game like that, and you got people. Yeah, you can't drop the ball.
Yeah, so. That was literally dropping the ball when you dropped it. Like the symbolism, it matches. But good for the Rams. You actually made it to the Super Bowl without having the refs not call something like in the New Orleans a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But and you are favored by 4 points. We're going to go to
4.5.
4. changed.
Oh, they just changed.
Yeah, they changed it. So
this morning was 4.5, so
Yeah.
they've already dropped that. So yeah, you may have something there. I know that most of the sports writers are taking Rams. So
They probably are, and here's my thing. First of all, before we get to that, I don't care about the Pro Bowl, even though it was in Vegas. I was around and I saw some fans. I didn't even know it was in Vegas until
just brought
that
out
weekend.
the crazies. I think there's 3, maybe 4 arrests already.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl, just like the All-Star Weekend, and they need to get rid of that. But you want to start off?
Sure.
Rams.
So
Bengals.
shout out to Jimmy and Corey. They're huge Rams fans. That's
Okay.
my wife's stepsisters and her husband. In fact, they sent us pictures from the games, and Jimmy's got the full Ram Man
Really?
stuff, everything.
Going all out.
So
All right.
He's a super fan. So shout out to them. And just what I'm gonna say is Matthew Stafford. What the heck? How long were you with Detroit? And now it's yeah, I love it.
Was he the problem? I guess he wasn't the problem in Detroit.
Obviously not. He never had anybody around him, and the line always had issues. So, I mean, you got to give props to the coaching staff, the front office of the Rams. Get him set up, and he's still a functioning quarterback.
Yeah. So I'll say this: I've never been a Stafford fan. I thought
Yeah.
he was part of the problem in Detroit. But all the proof is in the pudding. All evidence to the contrary is what's happening now. I still don't get Goff didn't have a bad. I mean, he took him to a Super Bowl and then he gets traded. So I still don't get that. But they're here in the Super Bowl now. I think Stafford will not have a good game. That's my prediction. But I think the defense will have a good game, and it will be close. I think it's going to be 3 points. I think the actual score, I'll actually say 24-21.
You giving McFadden the last kick? He had.
I don't know.
They're gonna win on a field goal.
No, they're not going to win on a field goal. It's going to be one where maybe the Bengals are going to be down 4 points and then score a touchdown. It's not going to overtime. So 24-21 is my call. I think the defense is going to have a good game, even though they're going to score 24 points on them. Donald's going to probably harass Burrows.
Yeah.
I like Burrows. And Burrows, third. I think he's third year, right?
2020, so second year.
Second year.
His first round pick, 2020.
Yeah. So you just won the NCAA championship a couple of years ago. Now you're in the Super Bowl. That's bravo.
Yeah.
And wow.
Hats off, and hopefully, for your sake, I hope that Stafford does what he usually does, and he has some problems, but I can't really go with that. I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to say 27-21.
Okay, 6 points.
6
A lot
points.
of scoring.
A lot of scoring. I think you're right on the Stafford's going to have some problems, but Burrows is with Aaron Donald. I think is going to be really under pressure. Hopefully, that's kind of what's going to happen, but we'll see.
Okay. I'll also say this. One of the touchdowns of the Rams is a defensive touchdown.
Ooh.
It is not going to be, they're not all going to be offensive touchdowns.
I like that.
So anyway, leave your comments. Let us know what you think. We're really sad too that football's coming to an end.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long 6 months. We'll get through somehow. By the way, shout out to we're switching gears to tennis. To Nadal, who with the Australian Open win that he had, which was a great 5-setter against Medvedev, one of the best matches I've ever seen. He was down 2-0 and came back 3 sets straight. And with that, he breaks the record for the Grand Slams. He's now 21, and Federer and Djokovic are 20. If Djokovic would have been in that tournament, he would have won that tournament.
Agreed. And
so I really am sad because that's his tournament. He's won it more times than anybody. And Nadal will probably win the French Open this year, so he'll go up 2. But yeah, hats off. You're the reigning champion now of Grand Slams.
Yeah, very nice.
Anyway, we'll see you guys later.